freedom and free will, or liberum arbitrium in Latin, are not the same thing. Freedom is much more definitional of what we are as human beings, as intellectual beings. Think about it this way: if you disagree with me about something, you may try to convince me that I'm wrong, assuming that you know that I'm sincere and honest, so I may recognize my mistakes. But if you do that, if you try to convince me that I'm wrong, you do it on the premise, on the presupposition that whatever opinion I hold right now is not caused by a deterministic series of events. I'm not necessitated to have this opinion, as this stone is necessitated to be here after falling down a mountain in a certain way. If your computer visualizes something on your screen and it's not what you want, you don't try to convince the computer to do otherwise. You use a different software, or you reprogram the computer, or you fix it, whatever, but you understand that the computer is not free to visualize whatever it wants. So freedom, from this viewpoint, is just the other side of the same coin with our intellectual power. It's our ability to know and assent to how things are without a necessity behind it. So if we want to try to experience this freedom, we can. Just think about your freedom of intellectual life. Nothing is so foreign to intellectual life as the idea that you are necessitated in what you know as true. But free will is different. It's not just about our assent to the truth of what we know, as free as not determined by other factors. Is about the action that we might perform, an action that can affect the world in many ways, ourselves and the world. Now, compared to things and the world, our actions can generate something that wouldn't be there otherwise. Think of a series of events in nature, right? So the stone is hit by a bomb or whatever, and it moves in a certain way. Now, these events in nature usually happens according to how things are in nature. But if I decide to do something, there is a new sequence of events that I can create due to my decision. And my reason is what puts all these events together. When I plan on my actions, I visualize what should happen step 1, step 2, step 3. This kind of plan would never exist in nature unless I put it into practice. I make a choice, which is the proper act of free will, of liberum arbitrium. Now, compared to the world, this plan, my action, is not determined unless I put it in practice. So compared to the world, it's free. It's the outcome of my own decision. And it doesn't matter whether it is correct or incorrect, but whether it is a mistake or not, from the viewpoint of just the event that might happen in nature, and which is not determined until I make my decision about it. This event, insofar as it is not determined or necessitated, is an outcome of some freedom. That's why free will identifies is not just the assent to a truth that we know, but the power to choose, whether it is good or bad or evil, because it just refers to the way in which this event in nature might happen, or might happen in a way, or might not happen, and it might not happen in that way.